As I've explained over several earlier videos, I broke my leg when my dog Scooter tried to end me, and then Mother Nature sent a snowpocalypse to finish the job. This left me stranded for 6 weeks in my split-level home with Harley as my impromptu service dog and Scooter still plotting revenge. Welcome to Tiny Tales, where I share tiny tales from the Chaos Library. During this time, I finally finished Dragon Age and ran out of stuff to do while immobilized for weeks. I found this online game and it had a chat component. I made many friends in there, which I really needed while trapped in my home alone 24/7. My parents stopped by with groceries and I had the dogs, but some adult conversation filled the empty hours. One time I was talking about my dad, who was amazing. I talked a little bit about what he had done and accomplished in his life. I mentioned that my dad had been in Vietnam and had been in charge of a base over there in Da Nang, and that he'd retired from the army and went back as a civilian later. I talked a little about his accomplishments from hypnosis to locksmithing. Then I said at 68 he had just come back from Iraq, where he'd gone over to help after the fall of Saddam Hussein. Originally, his role was to help find Hussein, but they found him before Dad arrived, so he acted as a community builder and helped out with general military intelligence. I may have been bragging, but I was proud, okay? I also might have mentioned the fact that he was in military intelligence and helped navigate the Iranian hostage crisis. Sounds like something I'd do. One of the guys in the game was military and local to me. He was skeptical, and rightly so. My dad's story sounds like something Tom Clancy or Robert Ludlum would have written. This guy meant to send a message to everyone but me, but didn't exclude me. In it, he said I was full of it, and there was no way that my dad did everything I'd said, that I had to be lying. I said, okay, I don't have to prove anything to you. At this point, the big 4-foot snow had melted, but it was still winter. My dad had been out of town doing a forensic locksmithing convention. Did I mention he founded the field of forensic locksmithing? Yeah, no wonder the guy was skeptical. Dad was flying in, but had no way to get home from the airport because of the snowstorm. I mentioned it in the chat, and the skeptic said, I've got a truck, I'll pick him up. He drove through the heavy snow to the airport, got my dad, drove him home, and helped shovel the driveway, talking to my dad the whole time. He came back to the chat and said, ladies and gentlemen, Becky didn't lie. Her dad is exactly what she said he was. That man is a legend. I just smiled. He really was. You've reached the tail end. Look forward to another Tiny Tale soon, and don't forget to visit the Chaos Library.